On March 5, 2026, Pope Leo XIV held a private audience with two sociologists, Stephen Bullivant and Stephen Cranney, whose research is challenging everything the Vatican thought it knew about traditionalist Catholics. Their forthcoming book, Trads, Latin Mass Catholics in the United States, set for publication in November 2026, presents data that directly contradicts the portrayal of traditional Latin Mass attendees as schismatics who reject Vatican II. The numbers are striking. When asked if they accept the teachings of the Second Vatican Council, 49% of TLM attendees agreed or strongly agreed, while only 11% disagreed or strongly disagreed. On the real presence, just 2% doubted the Eucharist, compared to more than half of self-identified U.S. Catholics in general surveys. And 95% affirmed that the Pope is the Vicar of Jesus Christ. For Pope Leo, who has sent mixed signals since his election, this data matters. He has allowed Cardinal Burke to celebrate Latin Mass in St. Peter's Basilica and granted extensions to parishes facing suppression. He's met monthly with traditionalist figures like Bishop Schneider and Cardinal Sarah, yet he's also retained Cardinal Arthur Roche as prefect of divine worship, the architect of Traditionis Custodes, who recently argued the Novus Ordo should be the sole expression of the Roman Rite. The professor's research suggests the traditionalist community has been mischaracterized. The study excluded SSPX chapels, only 103 nationwide, compared to nearly 500 non-SSPX parishes offering the TLM. The overwhelming majority remain in communion, even as they feel wounded by restrictions. Their political conservatism, 77% lean Republican, and pro-life convictions, 85% oppose abortion in all cases, reflect orthodoxy, not rebellion. The argument follows, if the caricature is false, the restrictions based on it should be reconsidered. But the data lands in a volatile context. On February 12th, Cardinal Fernandez met with SSPX Superior General Father Davide Pagliarani and offered theological dialogue on one condition: suspend the July 1st Episcopal consecrations. The warning was stark. Proceeding would imply a decisive rupture of ecclesial communion, schism with grave consequences. Pagliarani's Ash Wednesday response refused. "I cannot accept the perspective and objectives in the name of which the dicastery offers to resume dialogue," he wrote. The SSPX argues the consecrations are necessary for survival, two aging bishops serving more than 700,000 faithful worldwide, with 733 priests, 264 seminarians, and 250 religious sisters. For them, the crisis in the Church justifies extraordinary measures. Rome sees it differently. Allowing illicit consecrations would set a precedent undermining papal authority across the globe. The grave necessity argument rings hollow when communities like the priestly fraternity of St. Peter already offer the traditional Mass licitly. Bullivant and Cranney's research offers Pope Leo a path forward with mainstream traditionalists, but the SSPX looms larger. If July 1st brings new bishops without mandate, excommunications will follow automatically under canon law, and a community the data shows is largely orthodox and loyal will watch another fracture widen. The Pope who meets with professors now faces a harder question: whether data can bridge a divide that theology and authority cannot.